Cordially, Chair of Epistemology and Civilizational Studies and Renewal at the International Institute of Islamic Thought and Civilization, or ISTAC, International Islamic University Malaysia, IIUM. Yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Afifi Al-Akiti, Fellow of Islamic Studies at Oxford University dan Orang Besar 8 Perak. Yang berusaha Tuan Muhammad Faisal Abdul Aziz, the President of Muslim Youth Movement Malaysia, or ABIM, speakers and panelists, Tan Sri, Puan Sri, Datuk Sri, Datin Sri, Datuk, Datin, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very, very blessed day to everyone. I, Kamarul Barim bin Harun, will be ushering you through at least the first half of the day of the first ever NOOR Conference. The NOOR Conference 2021, the Quest for the Future, will have a lot of arrays of deliberations where I would like to welcome you to join and give feedback too. So the greetings to NOOR Conference 2021 is very, very apt, and the good governance and the quest for the future must be the thought and discourse for all of us. But before all this, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin our session with the proud singing of our national anthem, Negaraku. Thank you for your very spirited singing wherever you are, in the safety and comfort of the location that you are in, your house, your office, or wherever it is. And thank you so much for making it to the first ever NOOR Conference 2021, where good governance and the quest for the future will be our central focus today. Ladies and gentlemen, to ensure that this bright morning grows into a very fruitful noon and afternoon, I would like now to bless our event, to invite Brother Adli Zakwan Zairakif Naini to lead the prayers. Brother Zakwan.
Auzubillahi minasyaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin wal aqibati lil muttaqin wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Indeed, we raise our hand to express our gratitude for your will and qudrat, which has determined and allowed us to gather on this auspicious morning in the event of NOOR Conference 2021. Ya Allah, Ya Munzil Rahmah, wa Ya Fatih al-Barakah. Bless and simplify our journey after this. Make the agenda of strengthening our ethos and outreach strategy a reality, and then create a superior and successful future for us. Ya Allah, Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram, grant us lasting health, perfect well-being, a sane mind, an active mind, halal sustenance, descendant and generation of believers, and grant us all goodness in this world and in hereafter. Unite our hearts, Ya Allah, our Lord. We are hope that the agenda of developing a nation with high knowledge and intellect can be realized in the present and the future. By doing so, it will result in success and provide benefit for a better future of the world. Allahumma ja'al jamana haza jam'an marhuma wa tarfaqna min ba'dihi tafarruqan ma'suma. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azaban nar wa adkhilna al jannata mal abrari aziz ya rabbal alamin. Sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Qaballahu minna wa minkum.
Amin, amin. Amin, amin, ya Rabbil Alamin. Okay, I will continue now. Thank you so much, Brother Adli Zakwan, himself a very well-known speaker and moderator. Dear ladies and gentlemen, esteemed panelists and speakers, I would like to draw your attention that the NOOR Conference, the first ever, has very noble objective to foster discourse, to lead to a better ummah, not only here in Malaysia and the region, but globally. And isn't it the Holy Quran that describes that good governance as the laws of justice, a just and principled order, and compliance of rights and responsibilities in society? Following this advice and lead, Khalifah Umar, for example, admonished that there is no khilafah without consultation. And not only consult, and isn't the best of consultation and discourse, is a meeting of mind in a knowledge platform like the NOOR Conference 2021. So we have a lot of speakers lined up, a lot of panelists, a lot of keynote addresses and points. But before that, I would like to congratulate and with that welcome the organizers and their representative to give you their welcoming remarks. But I must say, I've moderated many events. I am very, very proud to be here today because the array of young people, well, younger than me, and the spirit and passion that they have to ensure that we have a better world, not only now, but for the future. So let's listen to these great people behind this great conference. And I'm very honored to first of all welcome Yang Berbahagia Tuan Fazril Saleh, a very remarkable young leader of the nation. He's the Secretary General of ABIM. The floor is yours, Tuan Fazril.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good day. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin. Sayyidina Maulana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Yang berbahagia, Emeritus Professor Dr. Osman Bakar, holder of Al-Ghazali Chair of Epistemology and Civilizational Studies and Renewal at the International Institute of Islamic Thought and Civilization, International Islamic University Malaysia, ISTAC, IIUM. Yang berbahagia, Dr. Afifi Al-Akiti, Fellow of Islamic Studies, Oxford University and Orang Besar 8, Perak, Malaysia. Yang berusaha Tuan Muhammad Faisal Abdul Aziz, President of Muslim Youth Movement Malaysia, Angkatan Islam Malaysia, ABIM. The speakers and panelists, Tan Sri, Puan Sri, Datuk, Datin, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings. I am Fazril Saleh, the Secretary General of Muslim Youth Movement of Malaysia, ABIM, Coordinator for NOOR Malaysia. First of all, let us express our gratitude and thank all for joining us in our conference today. We are sure that your appearance will make the event more remarkable. On behalf of the organizing committee, we welcome the attendance of invitees, conference participants, and attendees to the online event, NOOR Conference 2021, Good Governance Quest for the Future. Honorable guests,
The conference is organized by Muslim Youth Movement of Malaysia, ABIM, and Noor Malaysia, with the support from strategic partners Inter Alia, National Union of Malaysian Muslim Students, PKPIM, International Institute of Islamic Thought, East and Southeast Asia Office, IIIT, International Institute of Advanced Islamic Studies, IAIS Malaysia, Ikman Foundation, Malaysian Youth Council, MBM, Rasuah Buster Sinar Harian, Yayasan Anti Rasuah Malaysia, YARM, Yayasan BC Peradaban, Projek Bangsa Malaysia, Malaysian Reform Initiative, US Embassy Kuala Lumpur, Bait Al-Amanah, Engage.my, Institut Kepimpinan Bintara, Parlimen Beli Malaysia, and waptv Malaysia. To our strategy partners and supporters, let us thank you for your outstanding support. Respectable guests, after this, there will be other remark from my colleague, Brother Amirul Azman, the coordinator for NOOR Malaysia. Then, Emeritus Professor Dr. Osman Bakar, holder of Al-Ghazali Chair of Epistemology and Civilizational Studies and Renewal at ISTEC IIUM, will deliver his keynote entitled Good Governance, A New Horizon in the Complex Universal World. For your information, Emeritus Professor Dr. Osman is one of the leading Muslim intellectuals in the world. For us, Muslim youth, especially in ABIM, he has becoming one of our role models. And we are very proud that the fact is, he is our senior, the alumnus of ABIM, who provides us with idealism and ways to sustain our cause. Thanks, Prof, for your time and thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, at 11 a.m., after the keynote address by Emeritus Professor Dr. Osman Bakar, the parallel session 1 begins. There are 2 sessions discussing 2 components, economics and geopolitics, and all attendees will be assigned into 2 breakout rooms based on your choice during registration. However, you are free to enter another room. The session will take about 1.5 hours. The economics component in that parallel session will be moderated by Dr. Idlan Rabiha, Senior Lecturer in Accounting from the Department of Accounting, University of Birmingham, United Kingdom, and featuring 2 experts, Emeritus Professor Dr. Bajoya Bardai, Academia and Economist, and Mr. Abdullah Han Guangyu from China, co-founder Ikman Foundation. They will be discussing the topic value-based economy, a circular effort to revitalize global economic in the world. Meanwhile, during the same period, another component, that is geopolitics, will be commenced, moderated by Mrs. Altaf Debiati, co-founder and director of Ikman Research. The theme, creating balance in the alignment of order post-COVID-19, will be discussed by the panelists, Yang Amat Mulia Tunku Zain Al-Abidin Ibni Tuanku Mukhris, founding president and chairman of IDEAS, Associate Professor Dr. Muhammad Azam Adil, Deputy CEO of the International Institute of Advanced Islamic Studies, IAIS Malaysia, and Associate Professor Syed Muhammad Khairuddin Al-Junaid, a historian and academia at the Department of Lee Studies, National University of Singapore. This parallel session with that 2 components will end at 12:30 p.m. and our conference will taking break for about 1.5 hours. You as the attendees, you may stay or leave the Zoom platform. However, please enter again using the same link at 2 p.m. Honorable guests and friends, at 2 p.m. after the break, we will begin our parallel session 2. There are 2 sessions discussing another 2 components, education and also technology. As mentioned aforesaid, all the attendees will be assigned into 2 breakout rooms based on your choice during registration, yet you are free to enter another room. The session will take about 1.5 hours. And for information, the technology component will be discussing a topic, science and innovation, The Pursuit of Societal Excellence, moderated by Mr. Effendi Zulkifli, CEO, Blockworks Sdn Bhd and Council Member, Ikman Foundation, with 4 experts as the panelists: Insinyur Muhaimin Iqbal from Indonesia, Chairman New Energy Asia; Dr. Gamal Albin Said, also from Indonesia, CEO Indonesia Medica; Dr. Mazlan Abbas, expert from Malaysia, CEO and co-founder of Fazril; and Mr. Muhammad Johan, President and founder of Myra. Meanwhile, another session will be discussing education component with the topic Education Challenges for Pandemic Generation, Nourishment of Good Values and Integrity, chaired by Tuan Nur Izzati Mak Yusof, the CEO of Darul Naim Institute and Director of Luka Mai. This session featuring Dr. Hartini Zainuddin, philanthropist and co-founder of Yayasan Chauki; Dr. Syafiq Abdul Rahim, researcher at Malaysian Youth Council, Majlis Muslim Malaysia, MBM; and Associate Professor Dr. Syam Badil Shah, Deputy President of Ikram Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, our second panel session will end at 3:30 p.m. from 2 to 3:30 p.m. and our conference will be continued by a closing address entitled Cultivating Good Governance Between the Muslim World and the West from 3:30 to 4:30 inshallah. And we are proud to announce that the closing address will be delivered by Sheikh Dr. Afifi Al-Akiti, a fellow at Oxford Center of Islamic Studies, Oxford University, and Orang Besar 8 Negeri Perak, Darul Rizwan, Malaysia. And our conference will be ended by resolution statement read by Mr. Muhammad Faisal Abdul Aziz, President, Muslim Youth Movement of Malaysia, ABIM. Guests and friends, we hope you enjoy the conference. And with that, I thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Jazakallahu khairan for the speech just now. Thank you so much, Saudara Fazril. That's one youth leader. Let's now listen to the other. And I'm so proud that our country has a lot of steady, stable youth leadership coming through. And we have listened to the array of the outline of what the NOOR Conference today is all about. What are the lineups? Who are the speakers? Great speakers, all of them. I have had the honor of interviewing some of them. Very powerful speakers and thought leaders indeed. And now let's listen to another young mind, another young leader, Saudara Amirul Azman, the coordinator of NOOR Malaysia, and he can shed more light into what we're going to have today. Saudara Amirul, over to you.
Alhamdulillah, such a wonderful event. Thank you, my brother, Fazril Saleh. Indeed, it has been an honor for me to work with him side by side, with my brothers in ABIM, with our partners, and everyone that is involved in this wonderful conference. Indeed, it started off in a very silo-based movement. We believe from the start that Malaysia needs a push towards the global agendas of the world. We believe for the young people in Malaysia that Malaysia needs more than just a dream. Malaysia needs a vision, and not just another vision that was concocted time and time again, but a proper blueprint, a proper path for us to focus on, the principles and values that we could latch on, the ideas that could spur us forward beyond the essence of what we can think. NOOR Conference believes that we could be a part, not for all, but one of the pillars, which is good governance, especially for Malaysia in these very trying times. First of all, I would like to thank our VIPs, yang berbahagia, Emeritus Professor Datuk Dr. Osman Bakar, holder of Al-Ghazali Chair of Epistemology and Civilizational Studies in IIUM. Yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Afif Al-Akiti, Fellow of Islamic Studies, Oxford University, and Orang Besar 8 Perak, Malaysia. Yang berusaha Tuan Muhammad Faisal Abdul Aziz, President of Muslim Youth Movement of Malaysia, Angkatan Belia Islam Malaysia, ABIM, the speakers and the panelists, Tan Sri, Puan Sri, Datuk, Datin, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. When we started this conference, we understand the need for the Muslim agenda to be pushed forward, especially during the Israel bombing in during the Eid al-Fitr. It was such a sad event for us, and we believe that we need to push it further as the Ummah. We know that this is hard. We know that it's hard for us to actually do talks and deliberations with certain people that are, let's just say they don't like us as much. But we do believe by the right way and via the right channel, we could advocate for peace and harmony. And Malaysia could be and can play an important role to broker peace within the Muslim communities and the non-Muslim communities, not just in Malaysia, but the global world at large. NOOR Conference started off with 4 main principles, which is the governance institute that we believe in Malaysia. We understand that policy makes a huge chunk of what runs things here in Malaysia. And what we think so is, Islam needs to be think as an institution. It's a way of life, true, but all the technicalities are in there. It's not just principles, ideas, and values. The book of God, from the book of God itself, explains everything that we need to do and what we should do. And the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ is what we need to believe in. There are many institutes I do believe and I do recommend that they be highlighted more. And we do not want to challenge or be a part of anything that they are championing, because we do believe that they are doing a very, very good job. But what we are proposing here is another side of things. We want to show the technicalities and the thought process of a Muslim. How do we run a country? What are the indices that could show this is a Muslim country? This is a idealized country that the Quran wants us to push forward. And this is the place that we want to build this space. In Malaysia, Malaysia has been a forefront for championing for all human rights issues in regards to the Muslim community. And we believe by this push forward, not just Malaysia, the Ummah could benefit. We need to understand the Muslim economy is $1.3 trillion. It's a huge economy. We are the second largest community in the world. We constitute the majority, if not the biggest community in the world. We have the capacity to grow. We have the capacity to collaborate. We have the capacity to learn and explore the opportunities in the future. My fellow friends, my fellow brothers and sisters, Malaysians and non-Malaysians at large, I want to say that whatever that you hear here, take it and learn from it. At the end of the day, to run a country, to run a nation, to run a government, an institution, it's not just a person. It needs to take, each and every one of you plays an important role, from the smallest part to the biggest part. We need to be as one, united, stronger, together, not based on colors, our skins, our ideologies, etc. We need to focus on the main important thing, peace and harmony. And again, Islam promotes that. We need to understand that over and over again. And if we can do that, and we could put it in our hearts, inshallah, my brothers and sisters, there will be a bright future for us. It may take us 100 years, God knows. But what is important is we try. Even Nuh alayhi salam took a lot of years, Musa alayhi salam took a lot of years. What if 100 years is? It can be done. So what I can say here is, it's not the end goal, but it's the process that we need to take one step at a time to promote this agenda forward. I pray that the Muslim Ummah, the community, Malaysia, the Nusantara region, and the global world at large come to a fusion where we could truly build a peace and harmonious world, inshallah. I thank everyone. I hope you enjoy your time here. Please do support us. like our page, like our Instagram page, Facebook page, our social media page, our website. Keep tabs on us. Join us if you want to collaborate with us. Contact us. We're there. We're happy to talk to you and to partner with you guys, inshallah. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih everyone.